My name is Ingo. Okay, this is the course information for Algebra 1. So it is online and every Wednesday, 2 hours, 6 to 8 p.m. Okay, in between we will have a couple minutes of break, maybe 5 or maybe 7, depends on the that day's pacing. And it will start on September the 14th, continue to December the 7th, okay, before your school final. So you will give you some time after the class, and then you have your school finals, and no class during the Thanksgiving, the November 23rd. Okay, the requisite is completion of middle school pre-algebra. So middle school pre-algebra. Some of you I know already have the foundation. Okay, of the pre-algebra. Okay, some of you might just have barely start. Okay, no worry, no worry. Okay, Algebra 1 also covered quite a lot review of the pre-algebra as well. The topics will be covered. Okay, we're including all the listed here. We have multi-step equations and inequalities, okay, relations and functions, linear equation, direct variation, system of equations. Okay, we will also go over the second semester, which is starting January. We have exponents and monomials, polynomials, quadratic functions, okay, and exponential functions. So we have all those topics. Okay, and this is the intro. Okay, about me. I have a PhD degree, a doctor's degree in chemical engineering. Okay, and I have I'm still teaching at Austin High School, Algebra 2 basically. The first 2 years in education, I taught Algebra 1, okay, and then Algebra 2, and also mentoring a few new teachers here. So this is my introduction, just so you can get a few. Okay, so this is the class expectation. Okay, so before every class, okay, you need to print out the blank guided notes. So every unit, okay, every unit will have blank guided notes. Okay, you can print it out, or if you prefer, okay, you can, like a college student, always taking the electronic the notes. Okay, that's also good. As long as you have somewhere to take the notes. You need to turn on the camera. Okay, today is the tryout, so you can, it's up to you. Okay, you're very welcome to turn on the camera, but if you want to keep it closed, it's okay. Mute until you are called upon and participate actively. And we do have regular based homework. So we have some of the homework sheet, okay. And I will also provide a key, so you will do the self-check. Okay, and I also have some extra practice available as well, because you have the whole week, so you might want to just practice. I wasn't share my screen. Am I sharing my screen? Because I received a message. Okay, can you please share?
I see a screen.
Mm-hmm. Is that in the PowerPoint screen? It says momentum learning on top.
No, I don't. I see a class expectation.
Yeah, that's my that is my screen right now. That is the screen, okay, I'm doing right now. So it just course information. This is actually my, okay, I believe it's my last slide. Class expectation. Okay, this is just officially when we start. Okay, this is my expectation. We have homework, okay, after every class. Okay, after every class. So I have some minimum requirement. Okay, mandatory, you have to finish. But I also will provide enough practice, okay, for extra practice, okay, for extra. And you are welcome to bring questions from homework, okay, to the class. If after you check the answer key, you just have no idea how that come from, okay, we can always have some time set up for homework questions. Okay, and every class will have the recordings. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can go back to the recordings. Now, a good strategy is when you take the notes, okay, like every page or every 2 page, you can write on the corner, like the time, kind of like a timestamp. So next time when you revisit the recording, okay, you do not have to go through all the 2 hours, right? So you will just go to roughly say, oh, that's about 20 minutes-ish. So you go over there. Okay, do I have any question just about the intro? Any question about how what topics? Okay, very good. Okay, so I am actually going to have a trial lessons today. Now let's go back to the topics, okay? Some topics are reviewing, kind of like review your pre-algebra, okay? But going in depth, and a couple of the challenge topics, okay, also here. Quadratics, which is the 2nd semester, and relations and functions. So I'm actually starting. This is your usually the very first topics in Algebra 1 class. So I am actually going to do that. Okay, just briefly introduction on the relations and the functions. You probably heard functions a lot, right? So, okay, let me unshare this and share my iPad. About the notes. Okay, now can everybody see the screen says relations?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so, okay, let's start. So we have 2 subtopics, okay, relations. In relations, we have domain and a range, okay, and the functions. Domain and a range is actually across the entire board of the high school math. Algebra 1, okay, Algebra 1 is actually a high school credit math class. Probably all know. Okay, and domain and range, we actually talk about this very often in Algebra 1, in Algebra 2, in pre-cal, in calculus, okay, everywhere, okay, when we have the functions, okay, every time when we have the functions, okay, we always talk about domain and range. Okay, before we start the domain and the range, okay, I want to just talk about input and output, okay, input and output. Okay, this you learn in, I couldn't see my, sorry. Chat window. All right, I just lost my chat window right here. Okay. The set of the x values is called input. And we also called input is the independent. And the y values, okay, y values is called the output. Okay, and this is the dependent. Okay, of course, right now you do not have the handout, so you just listen up. And for some of the practice, okay, you should have a piece of paper in front of you, so we can just practice. Now let's go over the relations about the input and output, and then I'm going to go over domain and range. So this table would have a column order pairs, and table and mapping and graph. Okay, we'll go over what are those. So when you have order pairs means what? X, Y coordinate. Okay, they are all X, Y coordinate. You can plot that on the graph. You can also list as a table. So let me list that as a table. So those are the X values. Okay, X values, X values. So I'm going to write all the X. Okay, and now list all the Y values. Okay, or the XY pairs. Okay, or the XY pairs. Okay, XY pairs. That's really straightforward. Mapping, what does mapping mean? Okay, mapping means also, okay, put all my X here, but can be randomly ordered. Okay, I can put the -3 right here. And then the -2, I can put right here. But okay, we will match -3. Okay, if I put a 1 here, that is a mapping because -3 and a 1 is the order pair given -3, 1. And -2, if I put a 0 right here, good. Okay, and then I have a 1 and I have 3. Okay, and I also have, okay, another -3. Okay, so 1, if I put a 2, okay, and then 3 is -4. And I have a 5 here, which is coming from -3. Now you have two choices. Okay, you can do the -3 to 5, or because I know -3 is repeating, so I can just put -3 right here and have another arrow. So I have a -3 to the 1 and -3 to the 5. So I have two, okay, lines connection, -3, 5, and -3, 1. So this is my X, this is the Y. Basically just the order pairs organized now in instead of the table, okay, can be mixed order, you just map the XY coordinate. Okay, now graph, okay, you have the XY coordinate. So let me do that. -3, 1, -3 and 1 right here, and -2, 0. Okay, and 1, 2, or the XY coordinate, 3 and -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and -3 and 5. -3, go back, -3 and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have all this right now. Now I'm going to go over, okay, the concept, domain, and range that a lot of students, okay, a lot of my algebra students feel challenged. Also, my algebra 2 students currently. Okay, so I will go over domain and range. Domain, when you see domain is about X. Okay, domain is always about X, about input. So for this order pair given, you will put all the X values, okay, all the X values here, all the X coordinate here, but you need to order them from least to greatest. So from least to greatest. What is the lowest X? Can you all type in the chat? Okay, I want to see. Okay, yes, I got a question. Are you a high school math teacher? Yes, okay, I have been teaching in Austin High School, which is Fort Bend, okay, in Texas, not in Austin City. It's actually in Sugar Land, Texas, but the name is called Austin High School. Okay, very good. You just need to search around, okay? What is my lowest? Okay, the lowest X, that's -3. And you will put, okay, all the X values here. The next one is -2. Okay. And then the next is 1 and then 3. You probably will ask, wait, we have 2 of the -3, right? We have 2 of the -3. Do I put the -3, -3? Okay, you do not repeat. Okay, do not repeat. No repeat. So this one is from least to greatest. And no repeat. You do not repeat, okay, the values. Okay. Now I want you to try, okay, range is about Y, okay, range is about Y, or the Y coordinate, if you put that from least to greatest, and do you notice all the values is actually in this, what do you call it? Those fancy bracket, okay, fancy bracket. So can you type in the chat, okay, what's the range? Remember, it's from lowest to the greatest, okay, it's the y value, okay, it's the y value. And this range is not the same as the statistic range. When you mention the range in the statistic, in the data, right? When you have a lot of data, when you talk about the range, it's the lowest, greatest, the distance between that. Okay, it's not. It's list all the values, all the y coordinate, list all the y coordinate. Okay, very good. All good. Source. Okay, so I have -4, which is the lowest. Okay, and I have 0. Okay, and I have 1, and then I have 2, and then I have 5. Just don't miss any. Okay, don't miss any. So from the lowest, okay, from the least to greatest. Good job. Okay. So the second one is very similar, because you don't have to print out. So I actually want to practice the third one. Okay, I don't have time to go over every single thing. So I'm going to look at, okay, this one. So on your paper, I want you to list all the order pairs, okay? It's not given, but where can you find order pairs? Where can you find order pairs? You can unmute yourself if you want to answer.
The graph.
The graph, right? From the graph. Now the graph, each point has the XY coordinate. So list all the XY coordinate. So for example, the red one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's -5, okay, and then -4. So you list all the order pairs, get ready. So I want you to list all the order pairs here. Okay, now I want you to type your domain in the chat. I want to see also checking the order pair probably from this way. Okay, type your domain. Remember, domain is about X. Okay, domain is all the X values. Okay, you need to list all the X values from least to greatest. You do not need to list all the order pairs, okay? Okay, I saw a couple of you actually missed a few values, okay, a few values. So maybe you haven't counted how many order pairs. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So totally I have 5 pairs. Totally I have 5 pairs. -2, 3, 0, -3, 2, -5, okay, and then the 4, 2. So the domain, okay, list all those X values, okay, from least to greatest. Now I'm also going to teach you, okay, a different method, okay, a different method. Since I already have graph, okay, because sometimes you were given a graph and ask you the domain and the range, you do not have to list all the pairs, okay, or the coordinate, okay, you can directly find the domain and the range just directly from the graph, okay. So here is your graph, right? So I'm going to move that to the top. From the graph, remember domain is about X, right? Domain is about X, okay? So let me put that away as well. Okay, now I'm going to draw my pen. You also have a, okay, some straight, okay, maybe the pen or pencil, okay. Scan on your screen, okay, scan on your screen from the left side to the right, okay, to the right side. So this is your pen. This is your pen. Okay, my drawing is really bad. Okay, this is your pen or pencil, okay, or anything straight line. Okay, moving from the left side, okay, to the right side. So like me from your left side. So I don't know, it's we have mirror from left side to the right side, left side to the right side. Okay, now you will come across those points, right? You will come across those points. What is the first point you come across and what's that X coordinate? Can you tell me? -5, right? Okay, thank you for answering that. So when you move across, okay, your pencil move. Okay, the first point you come across is this point. And what's the X value? It's -5. So I know when I move from left to right, okay, I'm from what? I'm moving from the least to greatest on the X, okay, on the X, because that's the X axis. So -5. Okay, and then you continue move, okay, continue move. Okay, go, and then across this point, okay, this point, okay, then that's the coordinate, which is -2. And then going on, okay, 0, and then 2, and then 4. In this way, when you scan, okay, this way, when you scan, you actually will not miss, okay, any values. When you write out the order pairs, okay, what if you have more, right? What if you have 10 points? Okay, then when you count, okay, from the least to the greatest, of course, you use the method. Oh, I already did that, That's too messy. Okay, just too much work. So if you scan, okay, if you scan your scan your pen, okay, from left to right, okay, oh, what is my lowest X? Okay, and then what's the next X? Okay, what's the next X? Okay, that's, so I want you to use that method, okay, to do the range, okay, to do the range. Now, range is about what? Range is about Y, okay, range is about Y. So what you are going to do is this time, okay, let me use my blue color, okay, this is my pen. This time you are going to move from bottom, okay, to the top, because for Y direction, okay, that is my least and that's my greatest. And what is my lowest X? And then moving up, okay, moving up. Let me get rid of all those, okay, distracting. So I need you to type the range, okay, type the range if you haven't done so. And I want you to use the method, the scan method, okay, the pencil scan method. Good job. I received a couple of you, and a couple of you already put the range before. Wait a little bit. And during the class, in my chat window set for private message between you and me. So when I saw some of you got mistake, I would just say, oh, you actually missed the one. So you can go actually figure out, okay, what value did you miss? So let's take a look. If I move my, okay, blue pen going up, okay, so the first is the -5. And then going up, okay, do not miss any, okay, and then it will be this, that's -4, and then going up, okay, it will be -3, okay, and then up, and then 1, 2, 3, that's 3. Okay, so that's the range. That's the range. Questions so far? Somehow I couldn't see the camera window. I don't know, I lost it. Any questions? Can type in the chat or just unmute yourself. Okay, now let's look at the next page, okay? So you will see, you don't have the handouts, but you will see my screen. The second page is domain and the range of continuous graph. Okay, so if you look at those, okay, it's not the previous graph. Previous graph looked like dot, 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 right? So right now it's either the line or the curve. So we call this continuous graph. So this is a quick review when we do the domain and a range. Okay, for domain, remember domain is X. So you scan your pencil, okay, left to right, okay, along the X-axis. And for range, because range is about Y, so scan your pencil from the bottom, okay, to top, okay, along the Y-axis. Okay, always from least to greatest. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, we no longer have those point. So how do we write domain and a range? Okay, domain and a range will be no longer in those fancy bracket. Okay, will not be in the fancy bracket because those bracket, okay, only include individual points. Right now it's continuous because you cannot just say, oh, my lowest Y is here. What is your next one? So this is -2, right? My lowest Y. You cannot just say -2, comma, what's the next one? It's not all integers. You could say, oh, -1, but I also can say it's -1.99999. You cannot write all the individual points, okay? So we have to have a different methods to write, okay? So let's do that together. Okay, scan. I still use my red pen as the domain scan. Okay, so starting from the left side, okay, I'm going to scan to the right, okay? From left to the right, scanning here. What is my lowest X? Okay, what is my lowest X? You can type in the chat. What is my lowest X? So when you scan, right? When you move your pencil, okay, when you move your pencil, okay, from left to right, what is the lowest X? What is the lowest X? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, right now I'm doing the, okay, I am doing the domain. So which means there is the X. So from left to right, I need the X value, okay, not the Y value, not the lowest. Okay, right now it's not the lowest of your graph, not the lowest of your graph. I need the smallest number, okay, smallest number of the X, okay, from left to right, okay. Oh, what, I don't have the, do you see a red mark on top?
Yeah, you can erase that in the annotate.
But I do not see on my iPad. Okay, that's why there's a wait. Let me see. Okay, I don't see that on my iPad, so I don't know where that's coming from. Nowhere. Let me just pretend erase. I cannot erase those. Can I erase those? You cannot erase that. Okay, don't worry.
That use the Zoom.
That's really, yeah, that might be. Okay, so scanning through, okay, from left to right. What is my lowest one? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that -5? If you scan through, what is the first point? Is that -5? Okay, I already saw some correct answers. Okay, it's not -5. Why? Do you notice we have an arrow? Okay, arrow means what? Arrow means going on forever. Okay, going on forever. So it's what? Negative infinity. So I'm going to write negative infinity. This is my lower end. Okay, this is my lower end. Okay, now I keep moving. Okay, keep moving your pencil. Okay, from left to right. Okay, from left to right on your screen. What is my highest one? You cannot write individual one, but you can reach. Okay, what is the lowest? What is the highest? Type in the chat. Okay, yeah, very good. Guys, so smart. Okay, if you move from left to right, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 5. The arrow goes continuously. So it's from, so it's negative infinity to infinity. Now what we write, okay, the domain, you have 2 different ways to write. You can write this negative infinity, comma infinity, but you can also write, okay, or you can write this. So this is option 1, you write this. Option 2, domain, because it's from negative infinity to positive infinity, that's all real numbers. Okay, that's all real numbers. Very good. Okay, now let's look at, this one stays on the screen. Yes. Okay, now let's look at the range. Okay, range is about y. Okay, remember range is about y. So you are going to scan your pencil. Okay, so scan your pencil from bottom to the top, from bottom to the top. Okay, so starting here, okay, and then scan on the top. What is my lowest y? What is the lowest y? You guys learn interval notation at school? Because I saw some of you already have the interval notation. Have you learned interval notation at school? Okay, maybe some of you did. Okay, because, okay, not yet. Yeah, some of you just learn ahead. Because right now in Algebra 2, okay, we are reviewing the interval notation. So don't worry, it's the domain range. Okay, so very good. When you scan your pencil, okay, from the bottom to the top, okay, I reached here. This is my lowest, okay, this is my lowest, the y. What's the y coordinate for this? It's -2, okay, it's -2. Oh, sorry. I want to just erase that. Okay, so it's -2. Okay, and then move, okay, moving to the top, okay, moving to the, you have a question?
No,
Oh, I saw you raise the hand, so, okay, that's why.
sorry, it's a misclick.
No problem. Okay, and then if you move to the top, what is my highest end? Okay, what is my highest y? Can you type in the chat? Good job, Ryan. Oh, sorry, I missed a lot. A few of your name because you already answered earlier. Okay, yeah, yes, look, that's you. If you move to the top, okay, remember you have the arrow, okay? Remember you have the arrow, so arrow goes top, okay, the y is infinity. Okay, so you have 2 methods to write the range, but this is interval notation. I'm not going to talk about this, but this is something, is your lower end, okay, to the high end, -2, infinity. This is option 1. Option 2 is, okay, now let's look at our graph. Is all my y below a number or above a number? I know it's not all real numbers. Is my y, okay, is my y is above a number or below a number? Let's kind of mute.
A number.
Above, right? All the y seem
It's
what?
greater than or equal to.
Very good, okay, and it's greater than and equal because all the y is what? Above that -2. Oh, it's -2, okay. Y is above that -2, but also can be equal to -2. So all the y is above -2. Okay, very good. Okay, we finished the first example. We have a taste how the Oreo numbers look like. Okay, when you have both ends is towards the infinity. Okay, that's Oreo numbers. So I want you to go ahead, look at the 2. Okay, look at the 2. Okay, give you maybe 1 minute. You don't have to type in the chat because I'm going to model, okay, model number 2 as well. Okay, and then I will let you practice. So, number 2, remember, okay, domain is about X, okay, and range is about Y. When we scan your pencil, the domain is from left to right, and range is from the bottom to the top. Okay, give you a little bit time. Okay, and then we will do that together. Okay. Okay, let's look at domain. Okay, moving from left to right. Okay, moving from left to right. What is my lowest X? What is my lowest X? Okay, thank you, Yu. Anybody? You can type in the chat. What is my lowest X? Okay, very good, very good. My lowest X is -3, comma. What is my highest X? Okay, good job, Nicole. Okay, good job, Robin. Okay, of course, yeah. Wei and Yo. Okay, so my highest X. Okay, so right here, the 3. Okay, and you do not need to. If you haven't learned interval notation, don't just ignore the bracket or the parentheses. Okay, you when we have enough time in the class, okay, I will go over that. Okay, why this? Okay, and if I'm going to use the second option, okay, which is the inequality, I'm going to put, okay, my X is between the -3 and +3, so I'm going to write my X is between the -3 and 3. X is greater than, equal to -3, and less than or equal to 3. Now your teacher should always take both, okay, take both. Okay, a lot of the students actually, after they learn, okay, this method, the interval notation, they actually love that because it's so straightforward, directly from the graph, okay, directly from the graph. So I want you to try the range, okay, I want you to try the range right now. Range is from bottom to the top. So go ahead, type that in the chat. Good job. Okay, yeah, very good. It's actually the same. When I move from the bottom, okay, to the top, my lowest is -3 and my highest is +3. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so let me skip a couple and I want to do, hey, maybe do this. Okay, number 6. Number 6. You want to try? Okay, what's the domain? Okay, what's the range? Okay, let's do the domain first. From left to right, range is from bottom to the top. Very good, Yu. Good job, Wei. Good job, Luke. Oh, don't forget, it should be, there is a negative infinity, not just infinity, comma, infinity. So if you move, okay, from left to right, okay, my lowest X, you have the arrow, okay, lowest X is -infinity. And move to the right, okay, the arrow, okay, continue is infinity. It's -infinity and infinity. Okay, good job, which means is all real numbers. Okay, now how about the range? Okay, how about the range? What is my lowest Y? Is it here or is it here? You guys did so good, okay? it's actually, okay, because the arrow here, so my lowest, the y is also negative infinity. Okay, and then the up is infinity. Good job. Any questions so far? Okay. We might be able to, okay, do a quick Kahoot. Let's see.
How do I type the infinity sign?
Okay, it's hard to type. A lot of students just to say infinity or INF.
Okay.
I actually don't know. Okay, when you write, you can write the line down 8, but I don't know how to type in the Zoom chat. Okay, let's do a quick Kahoot. I only have 4 questions. So you should have either a laptop or cell phone right now. So let me stop share this. Okay, let's just do the domain arrange. Okay, didn't get time to do the function, but that's okay. So let me share my share. Okay. I have too many opening right now. Okay, I can just do the screen. I couldn't find sharing. Okay, let me just sharing the screen. That would be fine. Okay, so if I do, can you all see the Kahoot right now? Okay, join Kahoot. Okay, how do you join? You probably use that often, right, in your school? You can have app or www.kahoot.it, and then that's the game ping. That's the game ping. Okay, going to wait 1 more minute. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, you want to listen to the classic Kahoot music? When students, okay, whenever her student heard that, they start to no. Okay, let me start. Okay, let me start. When I start, you still have the game ping, I think under or the top. Okay, let's start. Wait, where's the game? Okay, you still have the ping. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, I have 7 out of total, oh, half, okay, totally 14. So half correct. Let me show the media so we can see. So a lot of you choose the red. So let's take a look. Okay, why is not real numbers? Do you notice? Okay, I do not have the arrow here. Okay, I do not have the arrow here. That's the big difference. If I do have an arrow, just like what I went over just now, it will be all real numbers. Okay, right now I don't have the arrow, which means, okay, if you scan from left to right, my lowest x will be -4. And then scan. Okay, my highest is 6. Okay, very good. Next. Okay, next. The function, the range.
What does the line do again?
Huh?
What does the line do again?
That's the graph. That's the graph. Just like, you know, our curved or graph. That's your graph. And then you need to identify from that graph, what is your range? What's your range?
I'm
Okay.
saying like in the answers.
In the answer, the line, that's the set. Okay, that's like the set. Middle school teacher, a lot of them, they like to use this the set. The line means, okay, those are the values belong to that y. Okay, so y, the lowest y is 1, and the highest y is the 4. Okay, and then, okay, if you do not know about open circle and the solid circle, open circle means not included, and the solid circle means included. So you have an equal sign for the 4 and only the greater than, no equal sign underneath. Sorry. Two more questions. So me. Okay, majority got correct. Okay, answer should be all real numbers, should be all real numbers. Now this time is what? You do have arrow. Okay, you just need to be very careful, pay attention. Do I have an arrow or do I just stop right here? When you have arrow means infinity, okay, negative infinity and positive infinity. Good job. Okay, the last one, this is the last one. What is the range? Okay, what's the range? Okay, answer should be less than or equal to 6. And then the green one, I do not blame you at all because I haven't go over, this is the foundation for that the solid circle. Solid circle means there's the equal sign. So the difference, okay, between the correct one, the yellow one, and that is one has the less than or equal, the other one just has less. Okay, but basically you all get that. Okay, very good. Okay, I finished. Okay, so I'm not going to, we don't need that So let me stop sharing this. Okay, so this is just the taste for just only one part. Okay, only one part. Now in the real class, probably we'll have a little bit faster, should be faster than that. Okay, we have 2 hours. Okay, and then we can finish all the relation and the function. Any questions so far for today? Okay. Okay, so remember our first class starting with the September the 14th. So if you haven't registered, if you're interested, make sure you register the class. And if you have any questions, okay, you can just ask the Momentum Learning. Have a nice day. Bye.